Who y'all talking to, man?
I love the song I Got a Story to Tell by the late great Notorious B.I.G. I love it because of the intricate details that he shares that bring the story that he's telling to life. The subject of today's episode is logs. Logs, just like the title of the song. If you know what you're looking for, if you know where to look, logs also got a story to tell.
Access granted.
Hi, and welcome back to Peep the Technique. My name is Jeffrey, and in today's episode, we'll be focusing on Windows event logs contained within an app known as Event Viewer. These are detailed records of security, application, and system events used for troubleshooting and monitoring. So if you're ready, let's get it. If you go to your search bar, type in Event Viewer, click on that. That opens up into this lovely home screen that is divided into three main sections. To your left is a navigation pane. In the middle is a viewing pane that lists the events and the details pertaining to those events. To your right is an actions pane where you could select what action to perform on an event. Back to the navigation pane. In the navigation pane, we have several folders: custom views, Windows logs, application and services logs, saved logs, and subscriptions. Primarily, in this episode, we'll be looking at custom views, Windows logs, and saved logs. Saved logs because this is where the logs that we are gonna review are gonna reside. Windows logs is actually the star of this show. Within it are several folders as well: application, security, setup, system, forwarded events. Application, just like the name suggests, will log application level errors. For example, an Outlook crash, you will find it listed in there. Security will primarily deal with authentication, logons, and privilege use. Setup will deal with system setup and install logs. System will deal with OS and driver level issues. Forwarded events, just like the name suggests, events forwarded from other hosts. Alright, so we're going to start off with Windows security logs. Windows security logs. We're not interested in application. Security. This is security logs from my own, reported from my own device, this machine that I am working on right now. We'll go ahead and filter current log. This is the lazy way of filtering. The best way that you could filter is through XML filtering. That gives you more control and more detail into the information that you get back. So right now we're doing the lazy filtering, the simple filtering, event 4624. Let's go. And there we have it. We have a total of 662 events. Going back as far as October 28th. And today is November 8th. Okay. All right. Windows Event 4624. Windows Event ID 4624. What exactly does that mean? Okay. To understand what these event IDs mean, you could go to ultimatewindowsecurity.com //security security log /encyclopedia, and the event IDs will be listed right there. The event ID we're interested in right now is 4624. An account was successfully logged on, so we know what that Windows event means, right? All right, each event has several attributes, main attributes. In our case, our log name is security, which is, yes, we know that. We know this. We know the source as well, Windows Security Auditing. We know what the event ID is, 4624. Level, remember this? If I go to filter log, I have several levels. You have critical, warning, verbose, error, or information. In this case, the level is information, because it's just informing you that, hey, successful logon. Another common attribute is time. So this is the time and date that this action was logged. Task category is an alternative description of the event. Keywords, audit success, we know that, and the host, the computer that recorded the event. Switching on from the general tab into the details tab, you see right off the bat, you see more attributes. Terms such as subject user ID, subject username, subject logon ID, target username, process ID, process name, IP address, IP port, and so on. These attributes actually will help you trace an event or correlate an event to another event. Switching to XML view, again, you have more detail, way more detail. In this window, you have, let me see, what am I looking for here? Information such as logon type, which is very important. There's several types of logon. Off the top of my head, logon type 2 is a console logon, meaning that you're on the actual host. Logon type 3 is a over the network logon, typically used to access servers or users accessing network shares. Interesting field, another interesting attribute, target logon ID. You could use that to correlate events as well. In the same vein with that is subject logon ID, which I do not see in this. Oh, actually I do, right here. I lie. Subject logon ID. So that's why I say XML filtering definitely gives you more options to filter by, and gives you more detail in return, greater detail in return, I should say. And there you have it. This is not meant to be a comprehensive guide on Event Viewer, rather a quick overview on what Event Viewer is and how to get started. For today, we will be moving from the local host, my local machine, and we will be downloading a file from Hayabusa's GitHub. Where's this file? This file. Access control list, force password, Service principal name, add user computer accounts. That sounds interesting and nefarious if you ask me. So if you're going to do this exercise with me, go to this webpage, Hayabusa. The link is in the description. Download this file, access control lists, force password, service principal name, add user computer accounts. Download that. Once you have that file downloaded, actually, here we go. Once you have that file downloaded, open it right from your downloads, download folder. There we go. The file opens up beautifully. So as you can see, I start off with about 55 events. What are these events? 4742. Event ID 4742. I'm not really familiar with that, but we will get familiar now. 4742. Oh, did I pass it? Okay, 4742. I'm going down. Event ID 4742. A computer account was changed. Okay, that's interesting. It could be something, it could be nothing, right? A computer account was changed. 4742. Diving deeper into it, we'll get the details. Switch to the XML view, and we start to go through this line by line. Okay, so far so good. Target username, that's a computer account, right? Computer account change, that's a computer account just because of the way it's stylized right there. Subject username Bob. Okay, I would latch onto that and use that for correlation. The subject logon ID. See what else this user has been up to. This subject logon ID will help tie everything that this user has done in this logon session. And in that way, it helps us trace an event and correlate events, right?